Okay, now let's try to answer the question, how can I apply the binomial distribution formula that I just showed you above? Okay, so we got this problem here. Suppose the probability that a seed will germinate is 80%. Okay, it sounds like a success to me when it germinates, right? What's the probability that you have 7 of these seeds will germinate exactly when 10 are planted? So you plant 10 seeds, what's the probability that 7 of them come up, right? Well, you know that each one is 80%. Well, there's 3 things you got to pull, 3 pieces of data that you have to pull from here. First, you have to figure out what the R is. And what is the R again? As we go back up to our notes, the R represents right here the number of successes. Okay, so a success would be, I'm guessing, if a plant came up. So there's 7 of those. So we'll just take this 7 and put that in for R right there. And then P represents, I think, something about the probability. Let's go take a look. Our P's right here, that is the probability of success. Oh, well, coming back down here, the probability of success, that's 80% right there, right? So our P is 80%, but we can't use the 80%. We have to change that to a decimal, so we'll change it to 0.8. There we go. 0.8 to make that a little better. That's not much better at all. And then we got the N. We got to figure out this N, and the N, if I remember correctly, is the number of trials. Yep, correct. Look at this N right here is the number of trials. So how many times or how many seeds did we plant in this scenario? Well, we planted 10 seeds. So let's take this 10 that's right here and put it in here for our N right there. So we got 10. Now we got all the information we need to plug into this formula right here. So if I rewrite this formula, what I have is P is equal to, I got my 10, choose, and then how many successes was there? 7 successes, right? Choose 7 successes times my P. My P is 0.8 to the number of successes. Well, we had 7, so the number of successes was 7 times 1 minus P. Well, what's 1 minus P? Well, let's just put that there. 1 minus, and then we'll put the 0.8 for that P. And that's 2 raised to the 10, or the number of trials, minus the number of successes, 7. Okay, so that's filling that formula in right there. Now, let's clean it up. Just clean it up a little bit before we put this in our calculator here. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we still want, this is the probability of this happening. This is 10 choose 7 times 0.8 to the 7th. Really can't clean that up. Well, what's 1 minus 0.8? That's 1 minus 0.8. If you have $1, you spend 80 cents. How much cents do you have? Well, you got 20 cents. So this is 0.2. And then 10 minus 7 is to the 3rd power. From right up there. So it looks like we have it fairly cleaned up. Now we just got to put it in our calculator, and we can find the probability of 7 of these C's exactly coming up. So let's do that. Come over to our calculator. Let's start with the combinations. So in parentheses, I'll put 10, and then I go to this math. I'm going to go over to the PRB, work my way down to the NCR. That's how many ways you can choose 7 seeds from 10 seeds. So, and then we put our 7 in there. And then we have, after that, times 0.8 to the 7th power. And then times 0.2 to the 3rd power. Push enter on that. Boom. And you got a probability. Oh, this is good. So the probability of getting exactly 7 of these C's coming up, not 7, 8, 9, or 7, 6, or anything. Exactly 7 coming up is 0.201, which is 20.1% chance that you get exactly of these 7 C's coming up. Now, I'm going to show you a trick that you can use to answer this problem without putting this formula in. Now, this calculator, it knows a lot. And this is what you need to do. Check it out. Look at right here, this dist right here, right above the vars. If you go in there, I'm going to have to delete this to do it. But if you go there and you go push up and see this thing called Binomial PDF right there, this one, that one. If you select that, push enter, it looks like it's 0, so Binomial PDF. Okay, this is what you have to put in here now. First, you have to put in how many trials. Well, in this situation, we had 10 trials, right? So that's the first thing you have to put in there, the 10. So we put in 10, and then you push comma. But make sure you push it instead of missing it like me. Then, in the middle, what you have to do is put in what's the success. How do you get what's the probability of success? Well, you're going to take that and put that in there. Probability of success is 0.8 in our situation, and you put a comma after that. And then how many successes did you get in that situation? That was our purple one right here, the 7. Oh shoot, what happened to it? Let's bring it back up. We're fine. So we're going to take that 7, put that in there, close it off, and push enter, and check it out. Get the same exact answer. So this is a way to find the binomial distribution using this calculator. Use it, don't use it, whatever you want to do, but sometimes this way is a little bit easier. Okay, so that's how you find the binomial distribution of exactly, or find the probability of exactly getting 7 things exactly that can either have a success or a failure out of 10 trials.